The ST are what you see I in control and DON. I in AT your destiny. Because surrender is the grave of the weak, chaos the chain of the lost, and triumph belongs to those who seize their sphere with relentless force. You're not here to flail in the storm of the uncontrollable, to let fate bury your potential. You're here to rise, to master what you can control, to dominate your destiny with iron will. Picture a boy named Dwight D. Eisenhower, born in 1890 in Denison, Texas, where grit shaped his unyielding youth, his hands calloused from labor, his spirit ablaze, no obstacle could quench. At 25, he faced obscurity in the army, his ambitions mocked. Yet, his resolve burned with a fire that refused to wane. That fire propelled him to command D-Day in 1944, redefined victory. Your control is your subject. Will you wield it, or let it slip in despair? Feel that scepter ignite within you. Eisenhower's path isn't a faint tale, it's a war cry shattering your helplessness. Your mind is the first battlefield where power is forged, and right now you're letting it fracture. You're drowning in the uncontrollable, the soul Midas crushing worries that drain your will, the external noise that chokes your drive, the failures that sneer your powerless silence them. Your mindset isn't your prison, it's your fortress, and you've let it erode under the siege of chaos. Eisenhower didn't let obscurity define him, he let it sharpen him. The Texas plains, the early rejections, the family struggles, they didn't break him, they honed him. Picture him at 20 in a dusty field, his hands rough from chores, his father's voices turned command. Master your world, Dwight, while his mind blazed, dreaming of command and conquest. You're buried under the rubble of what you can't control. Scrape it up, hammer it into steel, and reclaim your throne. Rise each dawn with a focus that devours distraction, a will that melts every barrier into molten strength. Command your thoughts with the fury of a tempest, turn every scar into a badge of war. And let your mindset be the crucible where your dominion ignites. You're not a slave to chaos, you're its conqueror, a titan destined to master your destiny. Steel hardens with belief, the unshakable force that turns dreams into empires. Eisenhower believed in a future where his strategies shaped history, where a Texas laborer could command the world. At 25, overlooked by generals, he believed in his skill, studying tirelessly. The flicker of the map his guide, his hands plotting every move. That belief drove him to North Africa in 1942, his nights a storm of effort, his faith a wildfire. By 1953 he believed in peace, leading as president, his conviction of underclap. The world scoffed, called him a farmer's son, a soldier with no flair. But Eisenhower's resolve burned fiercer. It propelled him to a legend, his legacy a beacon. You're letting doubt erode you now. Questioning your power, fearing your dreams are too vast, lost in the uncontrollable shatter that rusts. Belief isn't a timid hope, it's a lightning strike that cleaves the earth, a certainty that pulls triumph to you like a tide. Believe you're a titan, an architect of destinies, the force of nature, and let that conviction roar through your veins, driving you with a momentum no chaos can halt. You're not here to waver. You're here to reign. Momentum sharpens with clarity, the piercing light that cuts through the haze of distraction. Eisenhower didn't chase every fleeting vision. He focused on one vision, mastering strategy and securing freedom. After early training stumbles in the 1910 seconds, he saw the flaw. Scattered efforts wouldn't win wars. He honed his clarity, perfecting his plans, his mind a blade slicing through noise. Picture him in 1944. At Normandy, the air thick with battle, his voice resolute. We strive to dominate, not flail. That clarity drove him to the White House in 1953, to a career that defied odds. His influence a tidal wave. Yuri lost in the storm, now scrolling endlessly, chasing others' paths. Letting the uncontrollable shred your focus halted. Define your aim with a precision that sets your spirit ablaze. A target so vivid you can feel its weight. Taste its glory. Clarity isn't a gentle wish, it's your compass. Your anchor in the tempest. Eisenhower knew his course. Do you. Set it now, and let it guide you like a beacon piercing the blackest night. You're not here to drift. You're here to rule. Beacons ignite vision, the blazing horizon that turns ambition into legacy. Eisenhower saw a future where his leadership united nations, where a Texas boy could shape history, a vision so vast it silenced the doubters. In 1915, after early struggles, he envisioned command, a dream mocked by peers who called him rural. Picture him in 1944, at D-Day. The sea raging, his troops battered, the enemy near, yet his vision held, the shore a promise of triumph. That vision carried him through the 1952's Cold War, when tension loomed, through nights where he strategized the air thick with resolve. By 1916, his influence endured. The world his domain. Yuri, stumbling in the dimness of chaos, lift your eyes. See your future ablaze with glory, every peak you'll conquer, every dream you'll seize, every realm you'll govern, as if it's already yours. Vision isn't a fleeting escape, it's the blueprint of your rise. The canvas you paint with your soul's inferno. Visualize it, breathe it, live it, because what you see with unshakable clarity, you'll conquer with relentless power. You're not here to train, you're here to create. Power pulses with purpose, the heartbeat that doctors every titan. Eisenhower's purpose was frank, it was to defend, to prove strategy could prevail, to unite for peace. He saw his family spoil, the Texas quiet, the global war, and vowed to rise. That purpose fueled his 1911 Academy entry, driving him to Europe in 1942, battling despair. Picture him in 1944, at the invasion, the air choked with gunfire. His voice steady, we fight for liberty, a mission that rallied armies. That purpose turned the war into a crucible of renewal. It's echoes the testament. You're fetching for meaning now, waiting for purpose to strike, stop wearing. Unearth the flame in your core, the mission that sets your blood ablaze, the cause you'll defend when control wavers. Purpose isn't a riddle to solve, it's the inferno that powers your charge. The war cry that resounds with every step. Find it, let it consume you, because a life without purpose is a flicker in the void, while yours is a blaze that will transform the world. You're not here to linger, you're here to ignite. Blazes demand discipline, the iron will that turns embers into empires. Eisenhower didn't lead with ease, he led with discipline, working 18-hour days, pushing his mind and body to the brink. At 25 in training, he disciplined himself to excel, his hands steady, his focus unyielding. In 1944, at D-Day, he honed every detail, his command of forge, sleep a rarity. Picture him in 1953, at the Oval Office, the air thick with policy, his voice a decree, precision or ruin, the desk his anvil. You're tempted by chaos now, the night's bowl, the endless scroll. The path of least resistance, shatter it. Rise each morning with a warrior's rage, carve your destiny with every disciplined strike. Let it be the spine of your ascent. Discipline isn't a fetter, it's your rebellion. The crown you seize when the uncontrollable falls. Master it, because discipline is the foundation of every master, and you were born to stand supreme. Foundations strike with action. The raw power that builds worlds from ashes. Eisenhower didn't just envision, he acted. Training in 1915, leading in 1942, governing in 1953rd. Yuri frozen by the uncontrollable, now failure looming, judgment cutting, the unknown taunting break free. Charged with the fury of a cyclone, Every step a proclamation of your might. Every move a stone in your empire. Action isn't a hesitance team, it's the thunder that molds your reality. The hammer that forges your dominion. Strike now, because every moment you delay is a kingdom lost to chaos. You're not here to steam, you're eager to conquer. Thunder glows with gratitude, the light that turns wounds into weapons. Eisenhower spoke of his trials with gratitude, not bitterness. The rejections taught him grit, the war losses deepened his resolve, the criticism fueled his fire. He thanked his troops, his family. Picture him in 1916, at his end, his voice soft, for those who fought with me. You're recursing your battles, now poverty that bites. Heartbreak that stings. Loss that lingers transform them. Every scar, every triumph, every breathword is a warrior's medal, proof of your survival. Gratitude isn't frailty. It's the fire that turns your past into power. The lens that reveals the gold in your struggles. Embrace it, because the storms that forged you are the sparks that propel you higher. You're not here to begrudge, you're eager to rise. Sparks bend with adaptability, the flow that turns obstacles into victories. When early commands failed in the 1922, Eisenhower adapted, mastering logistics. In 1942, amid war he adapted, refining strategies. The world shifts beneath you now. Jobs vanish. Trends twist. Let revolves ride it. You're not a rock to shatter, you're a river, carving new paths through stone. Adaptability isn't concession, it's your evolution, the skill that keeps you aloft. Flow. Grow, because the future bows to those who adapt, and you were born to lead. You're not here to resist, you're here to reshape. Leadership thrives on resilience, the unbreakable core that turns pain into power. Eisenhower faced rejection, war's toll, political storms, yet rose. Life will strike, betrayal will slice, failure will bruise, despair will claw. Will you shatter? No. You'll rise, tempered stronger, a king crowned by struggle. Resilience isn't mere survival, it's your reign, the force that turns scars into scepters. Stand tall, because you were born to dominate your storms. You're not here to fall, you're here to rise. Brains sharpened with learning, hunger that keeps your edge lethal. Eisenhower didn't start as a general, he learned it, mastering tactics, studying leadership, growing through battles. He learns daily, pushing limits. You're resting on old wisdom, ignite your thirst. Hunt knowledge like a predator, every lesson a blade, every era fought. Learning isn't a chore, it's your evolution, the fire that keeps you ahead. Seek it, because those who cease learning tumble first. You're not here to stagnate, you're here to ascend. Ascension burns with purpose revisited, a flame that breaks every chain. Eisenhower's purpose endured, guided him through crisis. Hold fast. Let it lead you. Purpose is your destiny, lead. Flame forges resilience again, a steel that withstands every tempest. Eisenhower rose through rejections. Wars, each scar a victory. Rise, reign with resilience. Reigns demand learning, the hunger that builds your legacy. Eisenhower's growth inspires. Resist, halting, grow. Letting crowns you. Soar. Wisdom strikes with resilience, the force that turns blows to triumphs. Eisenhower's path proves resilience eternal. Conquer trials rule. Cooling pulses with learning, the edge that keeps you immortal. Eisenhower's thirst lifted him. Grow, fly. Flight ignites with control mastered. Destiny dominated. Eisenhower's journey lights the way. You're a storm rise. Master what you can control and dominate your destiny with a titan's mind. A visionary's belief. A king's clarity, a creator's vision. A warrior's purpose, a ruler's discipline, a builder's action. A survivor's gratitude, a river's adaptability. A colossus' resilience, an eternal hunger for learning. Seize your dominion. Reign, build, conquer. The world isn't ready. Rise now. Seize now. Blaze your path.